Hey there, it's Patmos and nice of you to join me for a new video with Ostriv as we overlook a part of our town with the fisheries, the row houses, this little area that actually starts to look kind of nice, but we'll have to keep improving it, of course. And well, the main parts of town right here that are doing okay, although some things could be slightly better, I guess, but we'll keep improving the town as we try to build another row house, which should be interesting. We'll get to the sheep farms and the tannery, and that's a really important thing to have, those sheep farms and the tannery, because with those buildings we can really start to work on some warm pieces of clothing. So let's keep going with that. Warehouse there, 3 sheep farms, very nice. So let's see what we can do furthermore this episode. Now there's a bridge here going to this part of town. There's a bridge right there, and of course we're building a bridge right here, which is good. I'm thinking we could expand with some housing here because, well, we could use a few extra jobs or a few extra houses and people to fill those jobs. And I was actually kind of thinking, what if we build houses here like this, then make the gardens slightly bigger and just build a big row of houses right here, and do the other one on the opposite side like this, and then we'll just build a big row. They'll have plenty of space for their own food, which is good. That should be quite interesting actually. And well, with these big garden houses we'll put in some effort to start filling up the land a little bit more, which will just look nice. And we don't have to worry about feeding these people too much different types of food because they'll grow their own. So just going about it like this could be real interesting. Could also build an extra bridge here so that they don't have to walk that far. That could be an extra thing to it. Now, of course, it's very tempting to just build a very long, big row of houses, but of course they have to get around to actually go to their job. For instance, the houses on this side, the people that live here, this person will have to go either this way or this way to get around. So we can't build just one long row of houses, but at least this is another 6 houses that we could use very well. Do we still have stone? Yes, we still have stone, so we can build a stone well to go next to it. We'll build 2 actually, one on this side, one on this side. And I think this could be a real interesting area to keep developing. Maybe build more houses here or add an extra row to it or something like that. But for now, let's focus on this, of course. Do we have the bricks for it? We should have the bricks for it. So that's okay. I wonder. Yeah, we have the construction office, so that's no issue. We have a visitor. We have our primary school here. Alright. Ah, the barber surgeon is doing its job too. Alright, interesting. Let's go to the town hall. And yeah, we're not really hiring a lot of people there. But all the harvest is already in. Alright, so soon we'll be hiring extra people there. Let's check this messenger because we are a bit low on money. So it would be very nice if we could sell some goods to actually make a bit of money again. We have quite a bit of leather to spare. Ah, we can sell 500 pieces of clothing. We can sell 1,000 sunflower oil. That gives us 180. 500 pieces of clothing, another 125. I'm not going to sell potatoes or flour. We need that to survive the winter. Yeah, leather is also quite not what I want to sell. So we'll leave it at this. We don't have to buy anything, luckily. So this should slowly start to gain us some extra money, which will be nice. Can't find glass anywhere. Of course, since the last update, they added glass to the equation, and now we can't finish this building. So let's move it over and make sure that we get the glassworks and stuff up first, which is quite the industry to get. but it's also very interesting to have that. Now here we have a lot of free space for extra industry, so let's get going with it. But first things first, I want to make sure that these tree guys don't have to walk that far all the time. So I do want to plant a few trees and do that in this area. Like this. Does not have to be too big. Just like this, have the extra trees at hand. They'll still go out and chop a lot of trees, but this should be good. And then also in this area we can do the thing like the glass production. What do we need for the glass production? Well, we need to start with an Ashery. It creates ash, lye and potash, and then we'll get the glassworks. And we could also get a soapworks, but the soapworks is kind of interfering with the glassworks, and once we have built them, I'll show you why. So we will start with just these two and make sure that we actually start to produce some glass, because I think that's very helpful. Could also be really interesting to start building these houses soon, so that we can actually get some food growing on that land when the next season starts. That could be very good in helping out with oh, we still have a lot of animals in here. Oh, we still have a few marked for slaughter. That's good. Let's keep that up. Alright, here comes the first sheep farm. We can get sheep here. It's visiting for 3 more days. But this needs to be done before the sheep come in. Let's see. Yeah, Balaklia is not that far out, so that might be an issue. It might not be completely done by the time the sheep get here. And I do not want to take that risk with the amount of money that we have. We can already see that the stuff that we sold is already leaving, so it's halfway done now. Will we make it? I think we can. It's still there. Alright, we'll buy 5 sheep and a ram, so at least we have something. Let's make a deal. We can afford it. And now let's hope everything is finished before it gets here. Yeah, it's not going that fast. This is almost done. Now, of course, we don't need any workers to go away on a rest. They need to just finish this. Oh boy, this is really exciting. And we still have to get food and stuff in here. So I probably made a bad decision by buying the sheep already. It's on its way. Still have to get food and stuff in here, so we'll have to put people in straight away. Cannot be picky about it being men or women. We just have to get anybody in. Almost there, but the sheep are halfway here too. Oh, this ain't gonna work. I should have listened to what I thought initially and not go with it. I'll just pause the second it's done so we can put people in. And then hopefully we'll manage. Alright, it's done. Yep, there we go. Let's put workers in. Let's tell them what to get and how. We'll set this up to 500 each. Alright, there we go. There's 3 workers incoming. They can use a fallow field if they want. There's 4 workers, so that's good. But now we still have to get the food, and the sheeps are already incoming. Well, they can get water here. That's not too far. They can get hay here. They should just get it quickly. And I don't know where the workers have to come from. But here the first one comes in. That's good. And it will go out to get some food. And we'll get some water in. And yep, the sheeps are in the map. They're in town. They should be getting here relatively quickly. Let's see if we can find the sheep. I'm not finding them yet. And we can see the hay incoming and we can see the water incoming. So we might just get lucky. Another messenger from Balaklia. See, there was no reason to be in a rush. But we have at least water in there. Where's the food? Where's the food? Where's the food? There's some more food, I think. 500. So yeah, there's even more incoming. But there comes the first batch of food. You can see a horse there going for the slaughter. Yeah, first food's in. Perfect, perfect. So let's keep that up. There go the sheep. Oh, wow. Luckily we did it in time. I like it. Alright, well, since the last update we can see a lot more white lines. So be prepared to have a lot more white lines on the map every now and then. It just happens. I know the developers will fix that soon, but it might take some time. Alright, we still have 23,000 buckwheat. We have 17,500 potatoes, 3,500 flour. So food-wise, we're not doing that bad. And now we have sheep and food for them. Oh boy, I'm happy with that. I was really getting worried there, but we made it in time. And now let's see, they should finish the well here and then start working on the houses. Somebody had a broken hand, I could read. It's most unfortunate, but we are not going to fix that. Let's see, we have very old bulls. So let's get rid of them. So that we get some extra height out of that. Now, we have a tanner that's set to ladder. So the other one will do the sheep. So they'll both specialize. And hopefully that helps making sure that we get rid of all the heights that we have. We have pretty good amount of heights. And I think basically we have most products in good numbers. We have stuff to spare. That's really powerful. I like that. So we can keep producing clothing all year round. And we actually have 900 pieces of clothing. We have 3,000 shoes. We have no warm clothing, but that's obvious since we're not creating that yet. But yeah, this is going in the right direction. Now all we'll have to do is wait for some wool in the spring. And then we can put the fulling mill to work. We have a well here now. That's slowly filling up, and then soon the people that live here can get drinks there. There should be a store in here that they can get their food from, yes. Which is pretty close. And otherwise we can just build another market stall for some food. Just some food maybe. So that they don't get anything else there, just some food. That might also help out to save some travel times. I'm not too concerned about that right now. I don't think we need the other sheep farm that fast. Quite simply, because we have only one now, and before this starts getting real good amounts of sheep, we are 2 years further from where we are now. So, I think we should get the the platform for the water. So these can get some faster water in. And I think we should start with the Ashery. So that we can start to create the products that we need for the glass. Once we have that, we can actually finish the row house. And that's a good thing to attract new people to town. Yep, they're building this house. I think that'll be a good option. Get the Ashery, start production. And then soon after we can get to the glassworks. And when we do, we'll get 180 pieces of glass, I believe. 140. And then we'll finish this building. Nice. That should be the right order to do things. There comes the house. How are these doing? Apples, apples, apples. But they have not produced anything because they're pretty recent. These are producing good amounts of apples, I believe. Yeah, we're out of apples now. So the apples really get spread around town and are eaten. That's good. Let's just invest in more apples. Apricots, totally not worth it because they spoil way too fast in about 2 or 3 months after you harvest them. There's no way you can distribute them all around town. So don't bother with those. And the cherries are in the middle or in between them. But I always just go for the apples because they stay good the longest. And I like that. I want stuff that stays good for long. Alright, let's slaughter some more bulls. Make sure that we Ooh, let's see. Another messenger from Balaklia. He keeps coming in. I guess he wants to buy our stuff. Alright, let's sell some more sunflower oil. And no clothing. Maybe some leather, but yeah, we'll keep it for now. House is done. At the right time, just a month to go and we'll get into a new sowing season. Hopefully they'll finish this one too, but that might be a bit tough because they have to walk quite far, of course, to get here. Getting the platform will be helpful to make sure that all of these have their food. Now, I think, yeah, we should build a hay barracks here too. Just in order to provide all of these with the amounts of hay that they need. Question is how to place it, of course. Because there's a lot of uneven terrain, so sometimes you place a building a certain way. Yeah, like this we can place it, like this we can't. So that could be a little bit of a challenge. I don't want to just pop it down and have it at a place that I don't really want it to be, but we might have to. Yeah, oh, we can do it right here. Alright, there it goes. Build the hay barracks. There's a short building so they can build them really fast. And by getting some extra hay here, also with hay dryers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should really be interesting. And I found out that with those hay dryers, apply to all the 120% rule. Now people from like the cow shed and stuff can also go in and work on the hay. So you don't only need laborers for it. People in the cow sheds and stuff that are not doing a job can also fill these up because they know that in the end they're going to need the hay anyway. So that's very helpful. Before we had to really use every laborer we could to just fill these up, but now we can do a better job at it. How much hay do we have left? 15,000. Oh, that should be sufficient for now. Especially since all the animals will go into pasture soon. We don't have animals that don't go into pasture. We do have a very busy slaughterhouse though. No animals for slaughter. Taking a rest. Yeah, there's plenty of animals for slaughter. They should just slaughter them. Slaughterhouse should also be set for cows. There we go. Ah, they slaughtered all the horses that we told them to. Still have way too many horses though, so let's slaughter a few more. 4 more. That should be okay. Unfortunately, there's no number here, so we can't really see how many are in there. They're still eating food like crazy. So let's get rid of a few. And a lot of cows can now be slaughtered here. Yep, they are busy now. Creating some tallow that we also need later on. For soap, for instance. So this is good. No new sheep yet, but they'll be fine. Construction is in progress, it says, but I can see them mostly just delivering goods to the hay barracks already. They should be finishing this house first. But I think all of these are heading for that, so that should speed things up. Look at all those chimneys lined up, smoking because it's cold. They all have their fireplaces on. Here comes the production of this house. That's really speeding up with a lot of people. They really know what they're doing. Putting up the clay walls. Nice job. Just a little bit more. There comes the thatched roof. And another house is done. There they go. Now this belongs to a new family that got married, so they're not really new in town. Apparently we get a new family in this part of town, so that's good. That should be helpful. How much drink do we have? We have no Orilka. I don't think we have mead. Yeah, we have mead. Alright, that's all we have. So we might be busy with some drinks soon. Buying them, but also producing them. Not there yet. First need to finish all the productions that we have queued already. But then we can go to things like hop farming, for instance. And that could be interesting. In creating our own beer and our own Horilka. Although for Horilka we need some barley. Alright, nobody's moving in. Hopefully soon they will. We can see the new season is soon starting now that the snow is melting. Hey, barracks almost done. A messenger from Merefa. Alright, I don't think we need to buy anything. Question is, we can sell something. Let's sell some salt. That's another 100 coins. Let's sell some iron. That's another 60 coins. Yeah, we'll keep that. Alright, so getting slowly back up to 100 after the mistake we made, of course. So hopefully we can bring it up to 2000 again just to be safe, but that'll take some time. Alright, these have okay amounts of food. These have good amounts of food because they just moved in. So that's nice. There they are coming. Here comes the Ashery. It also needs a few bricks, some sand. But apparently we have most of it, just some more nails, but we have 620 nails. So we should not be too worried about that. That should just be coming in. And then, yeah, the bricks are coming in. And some sand and some more nails are already coming in. And then we'll get the Ashery. Now we need bricks, lime and sand for the foundation and for the furnace that's going inside. Ooh, there come the bricks. Very good. He's laying them in straight away. Yeah, big pile of bricks. That's the good thing with the horse wagon. You can just transport a lot at one go. Kind of hoping that some people would come in now to start working here. But it's harvesting, or it's sowing season, so most people are out of their jobs doing some sowing. You can see right here, only 2 working. Same with the construction office. There's probably only 2 people in there now. Yes. Alright, well, we'll live through it. Paraska Boreviec has flew. Okay. I hope he gets well. Otherwise, you should visit the barber, which is pretty wealthy. Let's go check our treasury. Are we taxing the barber? Yes, alright. Tavern we're taxing. So yeah, this is all good. Let's check the resources. Is a lot of stuff perishing or not? We have so far had some fish perishing, some horse meat, and potatoes. Alright, not too bad, although I would like to use all the potatoes, of course. But these are all producing dried fish, which is good. Usually when you have some fish perishing, there's like 35 fish left in here, and that's not enough to actually dry it. And then if you count up all the fishing docks and the amount of fish that will perish, all together they will all have small amounts of fish, and together that adds up. But it's not like big batches of fish are just going away, so should not be too worried about it. And of course, in the case of the potatoes, we are just producing so good numbers that some of it will spoil. Now, I'm not too concerned about that, because that means that there's a lot of room for our village to grow and still be fed by what we have right now. So that's a good news. I really like to keep it that way. Alright, here's the smeltery. Plenty of charcoal in there. The brickworks is doing a good job. Well, no concerns here. There's the Iron ore storage. So this one is completely filled up, but there's not a lot in here. I think we should tell the carter and the wagon to also fill this up, so that this gets really filled to the amount that we want in there. Because right now this one is packed and they're not doing anything. And this one is not filled up. So let's do it like this. Yeah, these are now just collecting a lot of iron and then bringing it to here. And these can now start working again too. Alright, that works. Sometimes it's just the little tweaks where you just tell them, oh, they can use the carter, they can use the horse wagon, and all of a sudden all the infrastructure starts working. And if you don't do that, then you might have a little problem. Now we see that we start to get some wool, so let's put workers into the fulling mill. Let's get some broadcloth, and once they do, we can create some warm clothing in the tailor. Well, not quite, because we also need some sheep skin. We don't have that yet, but we will get that at some point too. Still busy with the Ashery, of course, with only 4 people working it. It takes quite long to build the Ashery, because these are quite the big structures. We can really see the furnace now, where they cook the stuff up and things like that. Big chimneys. Looks really cool. But it would be nice if the sowing season is over, so everybody can get back to their normal jobs. You can see this farm is ready, this farm is ready, this farm has a few laborers still. Oh, this farm has a lot of laborers, but it's doing a good job. So let's keep things up like that for now. I think most of the animals that need to be slaughtered are already slaughtered, so that works too. Slaughterhouse is really keeping up. We can see we have plenty of cow hides now. And how much hay is left? Almost 14,000, because we're not using a lot of hay now. Most of it, the animals are just in the pastures, eating the grass. Alright, more and more builders are coming in. Great job. Let's make sure they finish the Ashery. That will be most interesting to see, a finished Ashery. And then get its production going. And from there on we can see what else we can do. And hopefully get to the glassworks and finish that row house, because I want to get more row houses, but right now, like this, it might take some time. Alright, there come the last resources. There it goes. The roof is being put up. And there we have an Ashery. Alright, let's put workers in there. Not enough bark. Alright, we need bark. Well, these have bark, so that's close. Now let's read about it so we know what it's doing. Ash is obtained by directly burning tree bark. No additional fuel is required. Each batch of 200 units of bark produces 25 units of ash. Ash can then be soaked in water to produce lye, so we also need water for it. Every batch of lye, 25 lye, needs 50 units of ash and 100 units of water. Liquid lye can be used to produce potash by boiling it using firewood. It takes 100 lye and 100 firewood to produce 25 units of potash. And the potash is what we need to actually create glass. So this needs to go through all 3 steps, produce ash, then lye, and then potash, and then we can go to the glassworks. Well, there's a lime and quicklime in here, so what we could do is put some firewood in here and bark, so that it is really close for everybody, so that these just have to go there for their stuff. Or we do 4,000 each. I wonder if that works. Now we put in... No, we can't put in water here. That's a problem. Alright, so we'll do just 5,000. And then we'll just build a well here that they can use for water. Because they're going to need a lot of water. After the houses, we'll build the well and then the glassworks. Let's see, the wood we should have. That should not be an issue because they can create a lot of wood. Nails, clay, bricks, slime, and sand. Okay. Ooh, messenger from Dekachi. Let's make some money. We could make 600 if you do it right. And that's what we want. So, yep, there we go. Let's get another 1,000. No, not gonna sell any clothing. Not gonna sell any apples. We don't need to buy anything too. Oh, we can sell 500 shoes as well. Ooh, this should earn us quite a decent amount of money. That should get us back on track. Salt and firewood. Ah, the thing is, this one is already filled up, of course, with 10,000 and not... Alright, let's set all these numbers to 2,500. That's probably for the best, because otherwise we can't really store everything in there. But having these numbers in will already help. And make sure that this one can work pretty efficient. We can see it already produced lye. Now the thing is, it will start to get ash. Once it has enough ash, it will immediately start producing lye. And once it has enough lye, it will start to produce potash. If we build the soap industry, for instance, that will need the lye. So if you build this, it's pretty hard to get potash, because every time there's lye in here, the soapworks will get it. And the Ashery will start working on the lye again. So it could be very beneficial if you want to get to the soapworks at some point, to just build a little warehouse and store all the goods that you need, or make sure that you get the maximum production of potash in here, and then make sure that it produces ash and lye in good amounts too, so that it can keep up. Because right now it's very tough to get everything. The storage is full, but there's only 3 logs in there. Oh well, we'll see. We're having the first batch of potash because we had 100 lye, so that works. Soon we should start to get some glass as we get the glassworks. Very nice. This all still works. It's not a mowing season yet, but that should happen soon. Another house is ready. And then here we get the next house. All the resources there yet? Yes, so they can finish this too. Well, there's some speed to it now, so that's good. Getting more houses, starting with the glass industry soon. We made some progress. Not as much as I would like, of course, that's always the case, but we made some progress. And it's been over half an hour, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel. Leave all your comments in the comment section. I will respond to them. And then, of course, I hope to see you in a brand new video. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.